Hey, Rick, let me set this up in a way that's real, okay? You're a good guy. You're more than a good guy. You're a great guy. So you were already elected president of what, your fraternity and your class, and you were elected president of all kinds of stuff, right?
Yes, that's true.
You're always a good guy. They knew they could depend on you. You were steady, you were reliable, that you were good, you were smart, you were quick. So it's no surprise that you're a good friend. But you only became a close, good friend buddy of mine after we had an exchange, and it's 7 years.
7 years.
Something happened, and you had an experience, and you could pick up, and you knew about me that I'm the real deal. I don't mess around. I do real good stuff. But something happened for you then. And it just might be good if you spend a moment and gather without trying to script it or anything. What is it? What happened? What was that moment? You were in my apartment here.
Mm-hmm.
You saw something. And somehow that stuck. Other things are stuck since that you might want to add in, but what'd you get?
Well, that was a meeting after we hadn't seen each other for a long, long time. And, here we are, two old white guys talking about this stuff. But, we went through Vietnam together. We went through DC together. We went through meeting at the Vietnam Memorial together after 10 years with my daughter on my shoulders, which were really very moving moments. And then we sort of lost touch with each other. And then we reconnected, and I came to your apartment in New York. And I was struck by all the things that you were doing that were different. And you even gave me an experience where you were able to move my body in a way that I felt more light and boundless and free. And that was a very significant experience to feel something that I really hadn't experienced before.
What we want to make sure you get on this tape right now, that you're on a roll and you're warmed up and all this, they should listen to this and take this from you. And what they'll get from this is they should do this because, fill in that blank.
Because life can be a 1, 2, 3 dance instead of a forced march. And I have shared it with several people I love and care for. And when I talk about
3 dance instead of a forced march, holy shit, man, that's a phrase worth coining.
Well, I can riff. You can riff a lot better than I can, but I can riff on 1, 2, 3 too. So 1, 2, 3, starting with and coming back to those 7 years was ease, flow, and grace. That's a 1, 2, 3 dance. Coming back to what you introduced later around do, allow, and welcome, which has enormous implications for everything we are doing, whether it's walking, breathing, swimming. When I swim in the morning and walk in the morning, I'm doing a 1, 2, 3 dance. Whether it's patient, gentle, sensitive, which are all 3 things that I'm in desperate need of because I'm not very patient. I can be sensitive, but I'm not that gentle always either. So patient, gentle, sensitive have been themes that I've been working on for 7 years now, as well as ease, flow, grace. They sound so simple, but they're so powerful. And then you put that with the 1, 2, 3 of do, allow, welcome, and it changes everything. So that's what I've been, if I had to summarize what I've been working on with you over the last 7 years, that's what it would be. Those 3 big constructs, as well as the figure-8-ing, which really enables me to get out of my head. The figure-8-ing, I mean, by moving in a way that we learned to move as children, and just, as you showed me, just a very simple movement back and forth. So, and I go up and do that. It's not a big deal. I could do that in a plane. I can do it in my office. And I just do a 1, 2, 3 and figure-8 that enables me to get into my body. And that I experienced something entirely different as a result of that. And I've taught that to executives as well. And I was surprised. I was working with a bunch of executives and showed them the do, allow, welcome on breathing. Do we do breathing? Do we force it? Do we allow ourselves to just breathe? Or do we really welcome being breathed in harmony with the universe? That's a whole different level of breathing. When we're walking, do we do a walking, which is sort of our forced march? Do we allow ourselves to move more freely? Or do we welcome this flow and this dance that just moves with the universe? And it's a whole different thing. So what I told my executives was, look, you got to breathe and you got to walk. So it might as well be pleasurable and it might as well be power generating. So there's no extra time involved in doing that or allowing that or welcoming that. That becomes a this.